to my channel. It's late and I'm here with another video. As you can tell by the title, you already know what's going on in today's video. But first things first, before we get into this video, I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. I know we are pretty much almost done with January and I'm just not making a video, but you guys, I'm going to be back trying to be consistent. I finally got some content down that I want to get out to you guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you're new here, hey, welcome, I'm Lay. And if you're not new here and you're already subscribed, hey girl, welcome back. But if you are new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe right now, and make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and like this video if you guys enjoy it, and be sure to comment down below if you guys enjoyed this video, if I helped you, if you guys have any video requests, just make sure you leave it down below, therefore I can get it out to you guys. So as you can tell by the title, y'all already know what we're doing today. Today we're going to be doing an updated version of how to transfer the measurements to my dome head. But as y'all can see, I am working with a different system. The young lady that has a YouTube video already on how I got this system, her name is Stylish Styles by T. I'm going to link her not link her description, I'm going to link the video to this system down in my description box below, so make sure you guys go check that out first and then you guys can come back to this video. But I definitely want to give her credit for coming through with this system because it is so easy. It makes the wig making process as far as measurements easier, and it lessens up the time. So this system is pretty much a measurement system where you pretty much already have your measuring tapes already down on your dome head. The only difference is that with mine, I use brand new measuring tapes for each one. So mine start at number 1 on all of them that I have here. On some of hers, I think she did use the same measuring tape, but I chose to use new ones just to make my life easier in reference to the numbers, so that I won't be confused. So that's the only difference that I did. And I did Gorilla Glue mine down to my head. I believe she used tape and then she did like a saran wrap. So that's literally the only difference I did. I used brand new measuring tapes for each one, and I Gorilla Glue mine down. That's the only difference I did from her. So you guys can choose which way you want to do it, if you want to do it the way I do it or the way that she did it. But the video will be linked in the description box below, so if you guys want to check that out and do this system and then come back to this video, you can. But long story short, you pretty much have your measuring tape for your front to your nape. So you have your front all the way down to the nape of the neck, and because this is a 22 head, I went based upon my measuring chart. So I pretty much just did, for a 22, I measured from 1 all the way up to 14.5 on my 22 head, and then from the temple to temple I did from 1 to 15, and then the nape of the neck I did 1 to 5.5. So pretty much this is the measurements that you would need when you're taking your customers when you're making your customers wigs. Sorry y'all, I haven't been behind the camera, so excuse me if I feel a little jittery, whatever, but it's been a little minute. So that's pretty much all the 3 measurements that I asked for, well, 4 including the circumference, so you know which size dome head to use. And those are the 4 measurements that I use. So I use the circumference, the front to the nape, the temple to temple, and the nape of the neck for all of my custom units, no matter if it's a closure or a frontal. So to get into these lines that you guys see right here, this is the line where my cap will not come past. So I pretty much measured 9 from the bottom to the top, which I'm going to demonstrate to you guys. So I literally just took my measuring tape and the soft one, I took the number 9 at the bottom, and then I just measured it up to the 1, and that's how I know where my cap will stay and it won't come past. And how I got the 9 is pretty much most cases, depending on the hairline of the customer, from their chin to their hairline or their forehead will be a 9. Even if their number is not a 9, which you don't need to ask, you still have to adjust the front to the nape. So no matter if their front part is not a 9, which you don't have to ask, you really don't need that. I just use it as a guide to where I know my cap won't go past. But no matter if there's not a 9 in the front or there is a 9 in the back, you're still going to have to do their front to nape, which is the one that's going to matter the most. So I pretty much just give the 9 as a guide. So literally just a guide. You don't need to ask your customers for that, just use it as a guide. So again, I took the 9 at the black part of my dome head, which is a GEX, and I took it up and I put it at the 1, and that's where I put my line, and that's where I start. So my cap will literally start right here. It won't go all the way down here, it will come here, and that's pretty much it. In reference to the lace placement, which I'm going to demonstrate to you guys, once I have my cap on my dome head, which I'm going to show, hold on, I'm going to make this a little bit easier for you guys to understand. So once I pretty much have my cap on my wig head, so my cap will come here at the top, and then what I'll do is I'll take my lace, and this is a lace closure, and I will bring my closure at least a ½ an inch above that line, and that's where I will place my closure. Now in reference to a frontal, I don't have one on hand that's loose. I have it on wigs already. This is the 6. So this line is the line that most people use for a frontal, which is measured up to be a 6. So what I'll do is I'll literally just take it from that 9, and then I'll come down to the 6, and that's where most people will lay their frontal at. So for me, I don't really go based upon the 6 because all lace is not the same in reference to the excess lace in the front. So what I pretty much would do is, if it's a frontal, again, I would just bring it about a ½ an inch above, and as you can see, my lace does not meet the 6, and that's just because my lace, this is my lace from my vendor, does not have excess lace. Most cases, if a lace have excess lace, they'll just bring the lace down to the 6, and that's where they'll lay it at. But then you have about, I'm gonna say, maybe 2 inches of hair above the cap, which is to me a lot. I do leave the ½ an inch out just in case, you know, the lace started balding, and let's say you want to cut off the excess lace, your lace wig will still fit you perfectly fine. So that's why I leave the ½ an inch out in the front, just in case, you know, after a while your lace started balding but your wig is still good and you just want to cut off that excess lace. That's what that ½ an inch gives you. So that's pretty much what I do. I know this video is pretty much quick and easy, self-explanatory. It's just a little updated video in reference to the measurements. You see how I have it at the 1. If your customer is a 13, you literally just bring the cap down to the 13, you'll pin it, and then depending on their front to the nape, if they're a 5, you just bring the cap down to, you'll leave it at 13, you'll just bring it down to the 5 and pin it right there, and then you pin it at the 1, and then, you know, you just sew that excess cap out, which I have a video on that, and that's pretty much it, like literally. So I know this video is really quick. If you guys have any more questions, let me know in the comment section below. But I just wanted to give you guys an updated version because I was getting a lot of questions in reference to how I place my lace. So I definitely wanted to let you guys know how I did that, because I didn't explain that in my video that I posted a year ago. And then I also want to let you guys know that I'm using this system now, which makes my life very much easier. In my first video, you guys remember that I was using the T-pins, and I'll take the measuring tape and put it down there, and then put the T-pin down there to like leave the mark, and then I go back with the cap. So that was kind of stressful, but not really, because it still got the job done. But to make my job even much easier, this system came in handy. So the lady YouTube Stylish Styles by T, she came through with this because it was very smart. I didn't think of it, so that's exactly why I want to give her credit. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, again, comment down below in the comment section, and y'all leave me some video ideas, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.